believing in me. Uh, if I introduce again, then I'm working with GEC Rajkot EC department since 2011, and since then I am associated with placement somehow. So I was departmental coordinator from 2011 to 2018 for almost 8 to 9 years, and during 2018 and 19 and 20, I was convener placement for GEC Rajkot. So during today's discussion, I will try to share my experiences, uh, the some bullet points that I have identified, which are very important for placement drive, rather campus placement drive. So I have seen the uh, college at very primary stage. You must be knowing that our college is started in 2004, but we shifted in this building, in this new building, Concord building, in 2008. So that batch, 2008 batch, passed out in 2012. So I am working as a placement coordinator since then. So in that batch, I still remember we were able to place 12 students from 2012 batch. Obviously, all the students were placed in the MNCs only, and after graduation, all other students got the opportunities in very good companies. But the campus placement before graduation, the digit was 12. At that time, our college, GEC Rajkot, was known with reference to AVPTI. લોકો એવું કહેતા કે આ એવીપીટીમાં બેસતી એ કોલેજ ને એવીપીટી કોલેજ ને જીઈસી રાજકોટ એવું નામ બહુ ઓછા લોકોને ખ્યાલ હતો. But with efforts of all the stakeholders of GEC Rajkot, students and parents and faculty members and alumni and all that, uh, I am proud to say that somehow we have improved our brand GCR, right? So many a times I have heard that students during student discussion they are identifying our college as IIT Concord. Faculties are not saying that, but some students are there કે જે IIT Concord થી આપણી કોલેજને આઈડેન્ટિફાઈ કરે છે. I know there is a vast difference between IIT and GEC Rajkot, but that mentality is important. Uh, Considering our own college as some very good institute is indicating some positive points, right. So AVPT ના નામથી ઓળખાતી ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યૂટ આપણે IIT કનકોટ સુધી પહોંચાડી છે. I don't know તમે એમાં contribute કેટલું કરશો, but તો જ પોસિબલ થયું છે કે તમારા જેવા જે સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ છે, જે એલ્યુમિની સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ અત્યારે છે, જે જૂના સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ છે, they have shared some positive feedback about our college. Any institute will have some positives and negatives. Both can be glorified, but ultimately that will affect the uh, brand name of that college, right? So હું આ પ્રોસેસ સ્ટાર્ટ કરું એ પહેલા I will request you all that always try to recognize good activities which are going on in our college and try to be part of that and try to glorify it, right? So our today's topic is placement and coding guidebook. I have divided this discussion in two parts. The first part is the placements and the other part is the important criteria, important parameter to clear the placement, which is coding. So let us start with the first part, placements. I know many of you are having many different queries regarding these placements and coding. So feel free to ask questions, but it is an appeal that you should ask the question in the chat box only, right? So that the presentation flow can be maintained. તમારે જે કાંઈ પણ ક્વેશ્ચન હોય તે feel free to ask. Most of the queries will be solved during the presentation only, but then also you will have, if you have some doubts, then you can ask by using the chat box, right? So the placements. May I know which kind of audience is there? How many students are there from the first or second year? Can you raise your hands? First and second year students? Okay, 20, 22. Okay, right. Okay. Thank you very much for responding. I think almost 50% of students are from first and second year uh, of engineering, and the remaining are third and fourth. I don't think more fourth year students are attending this seminar because they have already passed through this. Right. So this is the first question to you all. What do you think about the word placements? Can you define what is the meaning of placements? What you expect when you hear the word placement? You can share your views in any convenient language using your mic. Can anyone say what is the placement? I don't want the definition of placements. I want to know your views. What do you think the placement word indicates? Anyone? No one?
Sir,
Yes.
finding the job, sir. Placement means finding the job and situated in good place.
Right, right. It is related to get a job. That is very fine. Very correct answer. Then you are not representing yourself as a first year candidate because during the inquiries that first year students and parents make, uh, let me share my views. They think that, I should say, most of candidates believe that the placement process is something like this. You should study, you should graduate from some college, you should apply for some company, and you will get a job. Many students believe this is the simple and straightforward process for the placements. They think that it is the opportunity provided by the college to get a job, and they don't think much about one's own contribution. They think that it is completely an opportunity that college is putting in one's hand. But I don't know it is proper to say this truth on the very first half of our discussion. But the truth is, placement is much more difficult than you think. Yes, definitely there are plenty of opportunities in the market. Many jobs are there. But there is also a tough competition. I think you all are knowing that. You are in competition with thousands of students similar like you, right? So if we are considering the family pressure after graduation, if you are not getting a job, then the family pressure is the main parameter. If we think the comparison factor, अगर शर्मा साहब के लड़के को जॉब मिल गई और आपको नहीं मिली है, then that comparison factor, if we consider that, if we consider uh, some students are coming from village background, rural background, and they are not much aware of this process, uh, their communication skill is needed to be improved, and most of the students can be divided in two categories. Some students are that who are not confident enough that they can get a job. એમની પાસે self confidence નથી. And the other portion of the students are the overconfident. They think that without paying anything, they can directly get job in any company, even in NASA, in Google. right? So if we consider all these parameters, then this placement procedure is somewhat at some difficult level, right? So what is actual generic placement process? So hopefully I am going good. My sound and the presentation is uh, going proper. Let me know if due to network error or any other error કઈ problem થાય તો મને જરા જણાવજો, right? So this is the generic placement process. The first part is academic performance. If you check the criteria for different MNCs or even local level companies, they set a minimum criteria, minimum marks level. And that level is, as per my best knowledge, that level is 60%. Or in form of CGPA or CPI SPI, it is 6.5. So it is very much required to have minimum 60 percentage when you are in your final year, you're in your seventh semester. Other thing is the backlog, right? So many company expects that, almost all companies expect that the candidate should not have any active backlog. During seventh semester, all your previous backlog should be cleared. And more importantly, if you are aiming for some very good MNCs like Google and Facebook and Amazon and all that, then they expect that you should not have any backlog during your whole engineering study, right? So those who are in first year or second year, they should take care of this. At least you should try to clear each and every exam. મોટા ભાગની બધી કંપનીઝમાં it is not strict like that કે એક પણ બેકલોગ ન હોવી જોઈએ, because they can understand the pressure of the first year and some subjects like maths and EG and MOS and all that. I don't know about the recent situation, but it is very difficult to clear the exam without backlog in the first semester. So companies are also knowing that, but at least they expect that you should clear all your backlogs before you are in the final year of your study, right? So academic performance. Here, there are two type of categories. There are backbencher in your class, backbenchers in your class, and the other category is back rankers in your class. And the third category, એની આપણે અત્યારે વાત નથી કરતા. I don't think કે તમારામાંથી કોઈ એક કેટેગરીમાં હશે, that is the backlog holders, કે જે તમે ક્યારેય પણ એનું રિઝલ્ટ પૂછો તો એની પાસે એના બથામાંથી 1 2 3 4 બેકલોગ નીકળી જાય. સો આપણે એ કેટેગરીની અત્યારે વાત જ નથી કરતા, but there are generally two categories of people, backbenchers and back rankers. I should say backbencher category is quite good. It should be there in your life. You should enjoy each and every part of your college life. Unless and until if you are not harassing your professors like me, then it is fine. You should take part of in many activities. You should bunk some of the classes. That is fine. You should use the canteen facility if it is available, or Sukhabhai's canteen is always there. So it is fine. I'm not saying put study aside and enjoy everything. I am saying with study you should enjoy everything, right? So that's, those are the backbenchers. But remember that don't fall in the category of back rankers. By doing everything, if your study is affected, then that is not good. You should at least get the minimum criteria for the companies, which is 6.5 or 60%, right? So that is the academic performance, and that you should maintain from the beginning. It is not possible કે final year માં પહોંચીને બધું ભેગું કરી લેશું, એમ નથી થતું. So you should take care of that from current semester only. The next is the project and internships. When you will appear for the interview, then before you, your resume will speak about you, right? So they will read, they will try to find some important points in your resumes. So the most important point in your resume is projects and internships that you have completed. તમે કોઈ એક ડોમેનમાં કામ જ નથી કર્યું અને એવું તમે એક્સપેક્ટ કરતા હો કે મને જોબ મળી જાય, then it is very difficult. So what you should do, you should continuously work on some good projects. You should apply for good internship. Then the question would be, sir, how we can get the internships? So in parallel to study, it is difficult to take physical internship or offline internships, but I can put a name which is Internshala. Internshala is an online platform where you can apply for different thousands of internships. એમાં થોડી ફ્રી ઇન્ટર્નશિપ્સ છે કે જ્યાં તમને શીખવા મળે, બટ એ લોકો કાંઈ તમને પે ન કરે. બટ again, if your strengths and skills are good, then you can apply for the paid internships also. You will get some stipends also, right? So if you visit the Internshala platform, then you will find the internships in many domains: in coding, in programming, in business development, in business analysis, in content writing, in non-technical field, in technical field. You will find many internships there. I think third and fourth year students are already registered in Internshala platform using or through the college. If first and second year students want to join this Internshala platform, then they can contact their departmental placement coordinator. They will help them. Or directly also they can register for, they can sign up for this Internshala platform. If you are not getting the internship, then also it is fine. You can start working on some small level projects during your first, second, and third years. You can get guidance from your faculties, your relatives who are working in the same field, your seniors, our alumni members. You can find some good definitions કે જે બહુ ડિફિકલ્ટ ન હોય પણ એનું નામ એવું ઇન્ડિકેટ કરતું હોય કે જે તમારા રેઝ્યુમેમાં ઇન્ડિકેટ થાય તો કંપની વાળાને એવું લાગે કે આ કોઈ એક પ્રેક્ટિકલ પ્રોબ્લેમ આમણે સોલ્વ કરવાની ટ્રાય કરી છે. I know we should not expect that at during your first, second, and third year you will come up with a very good and very big level of project. That is difficult, but at least you should try to implement something in your hardware and software field. So that is again the second step of our generic placement process. The third step is training of soft skills and hard skills. So soft skills includes the communication skills. If you are willing to apply for MNCs or any good level company, specifically in IT or software field, for EC it is VLSI and embedded system, for IC it is PLC and SCADA. If you want some good office job, then you must have good communication skill in English. I am not saying that you should have the best બહુ અઘરા અઘરા શશી થરૂર જેવા વર્ડિંગ વાપરતા આવડતા હોવા એ જરૂરી છે, જરાય જરૂર નથી. Yes, that will also help, but at least you should be able to speak in English, you should understand the English, and you should express yourself in English, right? So that is about the soft skills. The other important part in the soft skill is your attitude, your logical uh, ability to solve any problems, reasoning questions, and the other important part is your appearance. Obviously, I think you all are at least that mature that you can understand which kind of appearance you should have while you are appearing an interview process. કે પછી ત્યાં જીન્સ ટી શર્ટ પહેરીને જઈએ તો પ્રોપર ન લાગે. ભલે કંપનીના ઓનર છે એના જેનું એ સ્ટાર્ટઅપ છે એ ટી શર્ટ્સ અને જીન્સ પહેરીને ફરતા હોય, બટ they also expect that the candidate should have in some formal attire, right? So that is soft skills. And the hard skills are the skills which requires to get a job in your favorite domain. If you want to get a job in let us say in website designing, then you must learn HTML and CSS and all required tools, right? If you want to job in VLSI field, chip designing field, then you must be knowing how you should code using VHDL platform. You should be knowing the digital logic design subjects fundamental. You must be knowing how FETs work, right? So that is the hard skills, I should say technical skills. If you have not studied these skills well during your curriculum, then you should take an extra trainings on this domain. બાકી એક પણ સબ્જેક્ટ એવા નથી કે જે તમારા કરિક્યુલમમાં આવતા ન હોય અને ઇન્ટરવ્યુમાં પૂછાતા. First year students are learning the C programming with some different name in GTU syllabus, but C programming is the most important subject that you can help as a tool during your placement process. So my meaning to say is you should continuously take trainings in some soft and to improve your soft and hard skills, right? Then the next field is guidance from the expert. You should be in contact with your seniors, your alumni members, your faculty members, your relatives who are working in the same field continuously. દિવાળી આવે તો એને તમારે હેપી ન્યુ યરના મેસેજ મોકલી દેવાય. નવું વર્ષ આવે then you should greet them. You should be continuously in contact with them. During your last year or after your graduation, if you will approach them directly at that time only, કે હવે મારે જોબની જરૂર છે અને મને જોબ અપાવી દો, then it would be difficult for them also. So continuously inform them about your progress, કે મેં આ પ્રોજેક્ટ બનાવ્યો, મેં આ ઇન્ટર્નશિપ લીધી, મેં આ સોફ્ટ સ્કિલ ઇમ્પ્રૂવ કરી, અત્યારે હું આ ટૂલ શીખું છું, so that they will be able to know that you are progressing right. Sorry. So you should be keep in touch with the experts in your field or experienced persons in your field. And the last comes the interview process. This is a 1 day or 2 day process. We can draw a line between all first 4 steps and the last step. The 4 steps are for preparation, and the last step, interview process, is the outcome. So we will check in detail કે ઇન્ટરવ્યુ પ્રોસેસમાં શું ઇન્ક્લુડ થતું હોય, but that is the outcome. You cannot start the preparation on just 2 days before of your interview. It is not like an university exam કે તમે 4-5 દિવસ વાંચીને એને ક્લિયર કરી નાખો. It is not like that. There are experts who can find કે તમારું continuous growth કેવો છે. So that is the interview process. That is the last step. And if you clear all these 5 steps, then obviously you can reach to your destination, which is placements, right? So the concluding statement is, it does not start, the placement process does not start on the day of interview, but it starts on the first day, very first day of your college. તમને એમ થાય કે તો હવે ચૂકી ગયા, ફર્સ્ટ ડે તો વયો ગયો, તો તેલ પીવા ગયું, હવે મૂકી દઈએ આને. Then consider today is your first day and start this preparation from today, right? So the placements, this is the time before 10-15 years. During our college time, students were not expecting jobs from the colleges. If they are not studying in NITs and IITs, they are not expecting that their college will help them to get a job. માર્કેટમાં ગયા પછી ઓટોમેટિકલી એ લોકોને જોબ મળી જતી. But today's scenario is different. Today it is considered that the placements are a responsibility of college. That is right also, right? Now student knows that the placements should be done by the faculties, and placement should be done by the placement head, and placement should be done by the college. That is college's responsibility, right? It is very important parameter for college admission procedure, right? કોઈ પણ college indicate કરે પોતાના growth ને, so placement figures are very important. અને આપણી કોલેજના પણ સારા છે. જે મેં કીધું હતું કે 2012માં 12 students were placed, but from last 2 years, last 3 years I should say, starting from 2017-18, we are having the list of more than 150 students every year who get placements before their graduation, right? If we consider the placement after graduation with help of placement cell, then it is near about 200. So you will find this list, you can find this list on our website with student name and company name and branch. So these are the true figures, right? So basically what we are considering that placements are the major responsibility of a college. But we should always remember that obviously getting companies, rather good companies for the placement drive is the main job of college. That is true. That is the job of placement cell. But from there onward, if candidate is getting selected or not is responsibility of that candidate only, right? So college will provide a platform to learn, platform to appear for a company, but there is still a whole lot more you can do as a student, right? So basically, performance and attitude of previous batch students or the alumni students will also affect a lot for a next year. I will give you one example. Let us say we are inviting one very good company in EC field, which is Softnotics, in year of 2019. It is a very good company for VLSI and embedded system field, which is offering very good package. So they selected 3 candidates from our college during that year. They all 3 took the training for 6 months, getting this stipend. They received this stipend, and after getting the training and stipend, they left the job. All 3 left the job after getting the stipend. અને એવી કંપની હતી કે જેની બોન્ડિંગ કન્ડિશન્સ પણ નીલ હતી. એમણે કાંઈ બોન્ડ જ નહોતો કરાવેલો, and that's why students were free to left the job. By utilizing that training that Softnotics had provided to them, they left the job. They received another job. So what do you think? Will Softnotics come at GC Rajkot for the next year? Obviously not. So what is the behavior of previous batch students affects a lot for the placement process, right? That is a good news that recently we were trying to invite Reliance Industries from 2016. Continuously placement cell in touch with placement cell of GEC Rajkot is in touch with the Reliance Industry, and after 6-7 valuable years, for this year Reliance Industry has considered GEC Rajkot students for the placement drive. They are offering the package of 7.5 lakh. They are providing the pure technical domain job. So my meaning to say is obviously placement cell and all other faculties, student groups are working to get good opportunities, but everyone should contribute to that, right? It is a mutual responsibility of we all the stakeholders of an institute, all the stakeholders of GEC Rajkot. The next point is the statement which is deserve before you desire. Always you will hear the statement that dream big or aim high, right? But the dream big and aim high is a two-sided sword. If you will achieve your dream, then you will feel immense pleasure, immense happiness. But what if you will not get it, right? So some of you will say, risk hai to isk hai. You will put that dialogue. And I am not able to argue with today's smart generation. I am not able to that. But I would say that the dialogue that you are mentioning, risk hai to isk hai, actually it is talking about the calculated risk. That person was taking the risk after a lot of analysis and adjustments, I can say, or I should say. So calculated risk always should be there. And what is calculated risk? Calculated risk is a challenge. So take a challenge. You should always open to take a challenge. You should always be capable to fight that challenge, and you should grab the opportunity. The same statements, if I speak in Hindi, then you will identify that this is the Sasti copy of Jitu Bhaiya of Kota Factory. he says that capable bano or moka chhin lo. So that is the universal statement in the field of uh, getting a job or industry, that is deserve before you desire, right? So then you may ask how we should start a preparation and how we should know what is our level. If you are having a backlog, 5 to 6 backlogs in your study, you have not completed any good projects during your study, you have not completed any internship in your during your study, then you cannot expect that Google will come and they will appoint you, they will place you. That is not possible at all. So everyone should identify one's own level and how we can identify it. For that, you need to take part in some different competitions, different events, some group events, and then you should identify કે તમે કયા rank સુધી પહોંચી શકો છો. And then continuously you should try to improve your standard, improve your levels. Let us say if you are appearing a quiz and you are getting 10% of mark, then it is fine, that is completely fine. But then you should prepare those topics of that quiz and you should appear the similar kind of quiz again. At least you should get 11% of mark. At least you should improve yourself by 1% after some time duration. So that is the process to get some, deserve some desire, right? So let me share in the next slide that which kind of abilities you should have to get placed. So these are the campus placement steps. The first is the placement presentation, that is done by the company officials, mostly HR team. So what they do, they present the offer, how much salary they are offering, and the terms and condition. What is the bond condition? What is the other required conditions, or the education, uh, minimum education level that a candidate should have, and all that. They will also explain the domains in which you have to work after getting selected. સો આપણી કોલેજની પ્રોસેસ એવી છે કે આપણે આ બધી વસ્તુ વેલ ઇન એડવાન્સ મગાવી લઈએ છીએ કોલેજ પાસેથી, સોરી કંપનીઝ પાસેથી, એન્ડ દેન વી આર શેરિંગ this information with all the candidates, all the registered candidates in advance. You should read it completely, you should understand it completely, and then only you should register for that company. સો આપણી પાસે આ વસ્તુ એડવાન્સમાં આવે છે કે આ ઓફરિંગ્સ છે અને આ ટર્મ્સ કન્ડિશન છે. If you still willing to apply for this, then you can apply. Right? કારણ કે એકવાર રજીસ્ટર કર્યા પછી કંપનીની પ્રોસેસમાં અપિયર ન થવું એ પણ એક નેગેટિવ ઇફેક્ટ ક્રિએટ કરી શકે છે પ્લેસમેન્ટ પ્રોસિજર ઉપર. સો આપણી પ્રોસિજર આપણે કંઈક આવી રીતે ગોઠવેલી છે. Then in most of the companies, the first test would be MCQ based test, which is known as the aptitude test, which includes the following parameters. It includes reasoning, logical questions, simple math, math up to 10th standard. They will not ask the integration and differentiation and all that, matrices, but simple math and simple English. Some tenses, some grammatical questions would be there in English. And it also includes some technical questions based on the job profile. If you are applying for an IT job, then C will be there. Questions from C will be there. If you are applying for VLSI field, then questions from digital logic design will be always there. But this test includes the MCQ based questions, right? You should select the correct option. The next and most important part of campus placement, the selection part of campus placement, is coding or practical test. આની આગળના જે ટેસ્ટ છે, જે સ્ટેપ્સ છે, એ મોટું ફિલ્ટર લગાડવા માટેના હોય. Okay, let us say 1,000 students have appeared for the campus process, then they will generally remove the 50-60% students from the first stage only. So they are the elimination stages. But this coding and practical stage is the selection stages. They will try to identify your strength. તમે તમારા રેઝ્યુમેમાં જે ઇન્ડિકેટ કર્યું છે ખરેખર તમને આવડે છે કે નહીં, they will try to identify that. So for that you need to solve some technical problems based on uh, the profile for which you are applying. So you should be able to use or utilize the hardware and software platforms of that particular domain. And the final stage is interview stage. There are two kind of interviews: technical interviews and HR interviews. Obviously you can be prepared for this also, because in HR interviews you will face some very common questions like introduce yourself, what are your strengths and weaknesses, what you have done during your college life. I mean, have you participated in have you coordinated some events, technical non-technical events, you have visited some good industries, you have done some projects or what. So uh, HR interview can be predicted. એના questions તમે પહેલેથી assume કરીને જઈ શકો છો, પહેલેથી prepare કરીને જઈ શકો છો. In technical interviews mostly 60% of questions would be on the projects that you have undergone or the internship you have received, right? So you can cover those 60% of marks કે જે રેન્ડમ નથી, કયા ક્વેશ્ચન્સ આવશે એની ખબર ન હોય એવું ન થાય. 60% of questions will be from your project and internships only. So જો ખરેખર તમે પ્રોજેક્ટ એક્ટિવલી તમે જ કર્યો હશે, then it would be easy for you to answer those questions, right? And these are the some tips for preparation. You should start your preparations from today itself. First is keep your portfolio ready. That means you should maintain good academic record. You should always visit the websites of the good companies so that you will be able to know કે કયા ડોમેનમાં કામ કરે છે, એની રિક્રુટમેન્ટ પ્રોસેસ કેવી હોય છે. You can also visit some good website that I have included in the next slide, but you should be aware of the working process or the products of the company for which you are appearing. એવું ઘણી બધી વાર થાય છે, મેં એવું માર્ક કરેલું છે કે ઇન્ટરવ્યુ ડ્યુરેશનમાં અથવા તો પ્રી પ્લેસમેન્ટ ટોકમાં એવું પૂછવામાં આવે કે તમે કંપનીની વેબસાઇટ જોઈ છે, then 80% of students are not aware of it. ઇવન એને એટલો પણ ટાઈમ નથી મળ્યો હોતો કે કંપની કયા ડોમેનમાં કામ કરે છે એની વેબસાઇટ જોઈ લઈએ, એના ઓનર કોણ છે, સ્ટાર્ટઅપ છે તો કઈ રીતે સ્ટાર્ટ થયું હતું, કઈ રીતે ગ્રો થઈ છે એ કંપની. That will help you a lot to answer some questions during your interviews, right? So you should get details of the companies from their website as well as from the person who are working or who were working with that particular company. તમને ડિસાઇડ કરવામાં ઈઝી રહેશે કે કંપની સાથે જોઈન થવાય કે ન થવાય, એનું સેલરી પેકેજ સ્ટાર્ટિંગમાં સારું આપે છે તો પછી ગ્રોથ પણ આપે છે કે નહીં, કંપની એન્વાયરમેન્ટ કેવું છે, બોસ કેવા છે, that you should analyze very well before you are appearing for the placements, right? The next stage is aptitude test. If you want to clear the aptitude test, then I will suggest one book which is Quantitative Aptitude by R.S. Agarwal. It is very famous book. તમે કોઈને પણ પૂછશો કે એપ્ટિટ્યુડ માટે કઈ કરી શકાય, સો એની 4-5 બુકના નામ આપે, એમાંથી આ એક બુક હશે જ. There are, you can also serve online materials and test. I will show you કે તમે કઈ વેબસાઇટ્સ પર્ટિક્યુલરલી આના માટે યુઝ કરી શકો. Then you should start your preparations in soft skills and technical skills. If you wish to apply for IT field or for EC, if you want to apply for embedded or VLSI field, coding is must. The tools are different, but that logical mind is compulsory. Coding skills are compulsory, right? So you should start practicing different coding skills. And you should also start, as I've said, you should start working on projects and event and competitions, right? Next is the interview preparation. So As I've said, you should start working on your communication skill in English. Your speaking and writing skills should be improved. You should appear the mock interview drives that will be held by the TNT cell of our college. Training cell will help you to prepare for the mock interview. આમાં મેં મેન્શન નથી કર્યું, but some non-technical job profiles includes the group discussion. Let us say if we are talking about Byju's, which are offering 10 to 12 lakh, they ask very few questions about your technical growth, but they expect very good communication skill in the English, right? So they put one more stage in this process, which is group discussion. But as per my knowledge, મોટા ભાગની ટેકનિકલ કંપનીઝ હવે ગ્રુપ ડિસ્કશન્સ સ્ટેજને એલિમિનેટ કરી નાખે છે, બીકોઝ જનરલ ઇંગ્લિશ ઇઝ ઓબ્વિયસલી રિક્વાયર્ડ, બટ એવું હાઈફાઈ ઇંગ્લિશની ટેકનિકલ ફિલ્ડમાં એઝ સચ એવી બધી જરૂર નથી. સિવાય કે તમે કોઈ એવી પ્રોફાઇલ માટે એપ્લાય કરતા હો, લેટ અસ સે કન્ટેન્ટ રાઇટિંગ માટે, લેટ અસ સે બિઝનેસ ડેવલપમેન્ટ, બિઝનેસ એનાલિસિસ માટે તમારે ડાયરેક્ટ કોમ્યુનિકેશન હોય કોઈ abroadની કંપની સાથે, then it is required. Otherwise the general simple English is sufficient, right? So you should appear the mock interviews, mock GD rounds, and you should be prepared for some common questions that I've said. Introduce yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your hobbies, and you need to prove that. If you are saying that you are having a hobby of traveling, આવો એક ક્વેશ્ચન પૂછ્યો તો એક ઇન્ટરવ્યુ પ્રોસેસમાં કે prove that why, how you spare times for this particular hobby. તો એ સ્ટુડન્ટ એવું કીધું કે I am traveling from Chotila to Rajkot every day to attend my college, and that's why I am saying that I am fond of traveling. So that is not traveling. Traveling in a bus for up down, that should not be considered as a travel, right? So if you are saying music, તો એ તમને કદાચ ગીત ગાવાનું ન જ કે, but you should be knowing some facts and some information about the music field, right? What you listen, why you like that, right? So this is not the platform to analyze this. In some other day, if we can get the same audience, then direct preparation કઈ રીતે કરી શકાય, that we can explain. So these are the useful websites if you really want to start your preparation from today, right? So may I know once again કે કેટલા લોકો જાગે છે? Can you please raise your hands કે કેટલા લોકોને એવું લાગે છે કે આ પ્રિપરેશન સ્ટાર્ટ કરવી જોઈએ for placements? છેલ્લે ભેગું નહીં થાય. So how many people, how many candidates are willing to start the preparation? Okay, many, right? So for you these sites can be useful very much. મેં થોડી જ સાઇટ્સ આમાં લખેલી છે, but you can find many similar sites if you Google it. So if you want to start preparation of aptitude and reasoning, you should purchase a book R.S. Agarwal. And if you don't want to do that, you should open any of this website. Fresher World, India Bix, Freshers Lives, some Android and iOS applications are also available. કે જે આપણને શું મટીરિયલ પ્રોવાઈડ કરે છે? They provide us the material for different kind of aptitude questions. Let us say questions related to train, question related to time, question related to simple interest, questions related to Venn diagrams. So they offer you the materials, plus they offer you the MCQ based quiz also, so that એકવાર preparation કર્યા પછી you can identify કે yes, I am able to solve the queries or not. More than that, many of these websites provides you the structure of aptitude test of different MNCs. જેમ કે TCS ની એક બેસિક નિંજા ટેસ્ટ હોય છે TCS માં સિલેક્ટ થવા માટે, તો the format is fixed કે આવા જ ફોર્મેટમાં આટલા percentage questions જ એપ્ટિટ્યુડના હોઈ શકે. અને એ કયા હોય છે? રિપીટ થતા હોય, ક્વેશ્ચન્સ રિપીટ ન થતા હોય, બટ the format would be repeated. So તમે એની પ્રેક્ટિસ કરી હોય, દરેકે દરેક એપ્ટિટ્યુડ ફોર્મેટની, દરેકે દરેક એપ્ટિટ્યુડ ટાઈપની, then you will be able to clear any similar kind of questions, right? So many of these sites will also guide you that how you should prepare for a specific company. Let us say ઇન્ફોસિસનું પ્લેસમેન્ટ પ્રોસિજર એવી છે કે એમાં એપ્ટિટ્યુડ ટેસ્ટ તો લે છે, બટ દે ડોન્ટ આસ્ક એમસીક્યુઝ. એ શું કરે છે, શકુંતલા દેવી, કદાચ તમે નામ સાંભળ્યું હશે, એનું મૂવી રિલીઝ થયા પહેલા એમણે એક બુક લખેલી છે જે આ એપ્ટિટ્યુડ વાળા ક્વેશ્ચન્સની છે. દે આર ડિસ્ક્રિપ્ટિવ કાઇન્ડ ઓફ ક્વેશ્ચન્સ. એ કોઈ એક ફિક્સ ફોર્મેટમાં ફિક્સ થાય એવા ટાઈમ કે સિમ્પલ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ એવા ક્વેશ્ચન્સ નથી. યુ નીડ ટુ apply your brain at its fullest to solve the Sakuntala Devi questions. So in Infosys test, you will find many questions from that particular book with some modification, obviously. So તમારે જે કંપનીમાં અપિયર થવું છે એનું એપ્ટિટ્યુડ ફોર્મેટ કેવું છે એ જોઈને તમે પ્રિપેરેશન કરી શકો. But in general also, if you start preparing for this, then this can be helpful in any competitive exam. It can be helpful in GATE, it can be helpful in MET, it can be helpful in CAT. It can also be helpful to crack some government exams also, right? So aptitude reasoning part is important. If you are appearing for some IT or software field of job, then the most important field is here, that is the coding preparation. How you can practice it? મેં એવા ક્વેશ્ચન્સ વાંચ્યા તમારા જે રજિસ્ટ્રેશન ફોર્મ છે એમાં કે where to start. So you can start from here only, right? So this website, CodeChef, is one of the best site where you can start your coding preparation. You can get more guidance from the CodeChef team કે એમાં કઈ રીતે પાર્ટિસિપેટ કરી શકાય, કઈ રીતે મળી શકાય. Again, they will provide you material to learn a particular coding platform, let us say C, and they also provide you the test, quiz, competitions, so that you can practice over that platform. So one is CodeChef, second is W3 Schools, Code Academy, Geeks for Geeks. There are many. So you can start with any one. And CodeChef નું chapter, એનું ગ્રુપ GEC રાજકોટમાં પણ ચાલે છે, તો you can start with that also. તમને એક મોટું ગ્રુપ પણ મળી રહે કે જે એક સેમ ડાયરેક્શનમાં કામ કરતું. Then interview preparation. So for interview preparation, you can visit Ambition Box, Glassdoor. Basically, Glassdoor is the website where you can find the reviews about different companies. કે કંપનીની સેલરી પેકેજ કેવું છે, એનું એટમોસ્ફિયર કેવું છે, એનું વર્ક કલ્ચર કેવું છે. You can get it from the Glassdoor. So there, in discussion forum in the Glassdoor, you will find some basic interview questions કે જે repetitively કોઈ એક કંપની દ્વારા પૂછવામાં આવે છે. So એને શું કામ પહેલેથી પ્રિપેર કરીને ન જઈએ? મને ખબર જ છે કે એવું પહેલો ક્વેશ્ચન એવો મૂકશે, ટેલ મી સમથિંગ અબાઉટ યોર સેલ્ફ. તો શું કામ હું સારા પોઈન્ટ આઈડેન્ટિફાઈ કરીને પહેલેથી ન જાઉં? એ પોઈન્ટ ઉપર વિચારી અને 3-4 મિનિટ બોલવું આપણા વિશે પણ એ ડિફિકલ્ટ છે. આ સેમિનાર પૂરો થાય પછી તમે ટ્રાય કરજો, ઇંગ્લિશમાં બોલજો, તમારા પોતાના વિશે 3 મિનિટ પૂરી નહીં બોલી શકો. So you should be prepared for some basic common questions and some basic parameters કે જે પ્લેસમેન્ટ પ્રોસેસના પાર્ટ છે. So the second part is the coding. As I am from the EC branch, I don't have many in-depth knowledge of coding, but I will try to explain you how this coding can be helpful during your placement process. It is said that coding is not about what you know, it is about what you can figure out, how you can try to find a solution. And here are some quotes from experts in the IT fields. Steve Jobs says, everybody in this country should learn how to program a computer. Why? Because it teaches you how to think. Basically, it improves your logical thinking. તમારે IT સેક્ટરમાં ન જવું હોય તો પણ you can start learning the coding. It will improve your logical skills, thinking skills. માર્ક ઝુકરબર્ગ એવું કહે છે, મેટાના ઇન્વેન્ટર એવું કહે છે કે all of my friends who have younger siblings who are going to college or high schools, that means you all, consider કે આપણા પણ રિલેટિવ જ થાય છે. So what is his advice? His advice is, my number one piece of advice is, you should learn how to program. Right. So સ્ટીફન હોકિંગ એવું કહી ગયા છે કે whether you want to uncover the secret of the universe or you just want to pursue a career in the 21st century, basic computer programming is an essential skill to learn. તમારે નાસામાં જવું હોય તો પણ ભલે, તમારે લોકલ લેવલની જોબ 21st સેન્ચુરીમાં જોતી હોય તો પણ ભલે, બેસિક કોડિંગ સ્કિલ ઇઝ ઓલવેઝ રિક્વાયર્ડ. એન્ડ વી આર નોઈંગ there are many institutes who have already started teaching the children about the coding. 6, 7, 8, 10 years children are learning the programming. So it must not be that much of difficult, right? એ લોકો કરી શકે તો આપણે શું કામ ન કરી શકીએ? આપણે તો સ્કૂલિંગ કમ્પ્લીટ કરીને આવ્યા છીએ. આપણું સ્માર્ટનેસ, આપણી લોજિકલ થિંકિંગ એ લોકો કરતા વધારે સારી છે. આપણે શું કામ ન કરી શકીએ? We should not give up, right? We should continuously trying on that, and a common aimed group will help you in that. તમારા એકથી પ્રોબ્લેમ સોલ્વ નહીં થાય તો ઘણીવાર તમે પ્રોબ્લેમને ગ્રુપમાં મૂકશો તો ત્યાંથી એ સોલ્વ થઈ જશે. સો એકલા દોડવા કરતા ગ્રુપમાં દોડવું, that is beneficial, that is good. And the Elon Musk says, I taught myself how to program computer when I was kid. He is living the future life, we can say. આથી 10-15 વર્ષ પહેલા એના ચાઇલ્ડ સ્ટેજમાં he has started the programming skills, and he bought his first computer when he was 10 and sold his first commercial program when he was 12. આજે 5-6 yearsના સ્ટુડન્ટ પાસે પણ લેપટોપ છે. હું આ પ્રેઝન્ટેશન આપું છું તો મારા 6-year-old સનના લેપટોપમાંથી જ પ્રેઝન્ટેશન આપું છું. They have their resources. તમારી પાસે પણ કદાચ હશે. But important is you should utilize that. You should come up with some good projects, some good codes, right? So how you can start? Again, એને એક કન્ક્લુઝિવ સ્ટેટમેન્ટમાં જો આપણે ઇન્ડિકેટ કરવાની ટ્રાય કરું, then you can start with 1 or 2 coding language and practice them. Which language you should start? You should start with either C or either Python. Why? Because C is in your curriculum, right? Every first year student is learning the basics of C. So don't consider it as a part of your examination system. Consider it as a very important tool to get a job, right? So dedicatedly attend the lectures of C programming and also try to find the updates in that field. And the other is Python. Why? Because Python is comparatively easy tool to learn, and it is the most popular coding tool for this century, or I should say for last 2-3 years. So જેમને કંઈ ખ્યાલ જ નથી કે કોડિંગ શું છે, ક્યાંથી સ્ટાર્ટ કરી શકાય, they can start with C programming, જે તમારા સિલેબસનો પાર્ટ છે, or Python programming. You will find many platforms where you can start from zero in both C, Python or any coding platforms, tools. જે મેં વેબસાઇટ બતાવી એ દરેકે દરેક વેબસાઇટ્સમાં તમે જઈને જોશો તો એમાં સીના, પાયથનના, જાવાના, .NETના, જાવાસ્ક્રિપ્ટ્સના, HTMLના, from zero, from very introductory level, they are starting the explanation, right? So you can start from that. Second thing is, you should master the coding language by participating in different competition. You should put into yourself into the competition to know your level. કે તમને આવડું છે તો કેટલું આવડું છે, right? We are not in competition with others, but to improve our levels, first required condition is we must be knowing our previous level, right? So, and then you can learn to manage the time and complexity of program. તમારી કોડિંગ માટે જે ટાઈમ લાગતો હોય એ ઘટવો જોઈએ, અને તમારા કોડની કોમ્પ્લેક્સિટી પણ એની સાથે સાથે ઘટવી જોઈએ. Then you should identify the company specific programs In next slide, I have tried to identify some of the programs કે જે repetitively પૂછાતા હોય છે. So for your favorite company, you can identify the company specific programs and you should try to code it, you should try to run it, and you should try to understand the codes. જે જૂના ઇન્ટરવ્યુ પ્રોસેસમાં પૂછાઈ ગયેલા છે એ બધા કોડ્સ ઓલરેડી અવેલેબલ છે ઇન્ટરનેટ ઉપર. તમે એને જોઈ શકો, એને સમજી શકો, એને તમારી રીતે થોડા મોડિફાઈ કરીને રન કરવાની ટ્રાય કરી શકો આ સેમ પ્લેટફોર્મથી. હજી આપણે સી અને પાયથન બે જ શીખીએ છીએ, બે જ આપણને આવડ્યું છે, છતાં પણ તમે આ કરી શકશો. કારણ કે મોટા ભાગે એના પ્રાઇમરી સ્ટેજમાં કોઈ પણ કંપની સ્પેસિફિક ડોમેઇનમાં પ્રોગ્રામિંગ કરવાનું નથી કહેતી. They allow you to program in any tool, using any tool. They just want to know your logical skills, your programming skills, your coding skills, right? So you can always use C and Python for the interview steps, right? But if you want to go for some bigger companies, some MNCs, some very good companies, the top 10 companies, then you should try to learn multiple language to become a more diverse program, right? It is required. So I don't think it will take more than 1 year to learn both C and Python if you are contributing 1 or 2 hours per day or 5 to 6 hours per week, then it is very easy to learn both these language. And after 1 year, you can start some other languages, like based on your interest. તમારે જે ડોમેઇનમાં જવું છે એના રિલેટેડ તમે શીખી શકો છો, right? So in bottom, I have indicated some languages that you should learn before applying. I am skipping that કારણ કે હવે આપણી પાસે બહુ ટાઈમ નથી. These are the some common coding questions. Based on my experience, મને ખબર ના પડે કે આ કોડિંગ કઈ રીતે કરી શકાય, because I am not from this field. But question વાંચતા તો મને આવડે અને હું વાંચું છું દરેક ઇન્ટરવ્યુ પ્રોસેસમાં. So mostly the questions can be categorized, they can be classified in some basic formats. The first coding questions can be categorized at operating on string kind of questions. They will ask, they will give you a string or any example where you need to find if that is the palindrome series or not. So here again, communication skill is required. We must be knowing what is the meaning of palindrome. મેં કેવા બહુ સારા ઇસી સ્ટુડન્ટ્સને કન્ફ્યુઝ થતા જોયો છે. એને એ પ્રોસેસ ખબર હતી કે કઈ રીતે આ કોડ થઈ શકે, પણ એને પેલિન્ડ્રોમ એટલે શું એ નહોતું ખબર. એને કોઈ આવીને ગુજરાતીમાં કહી જાય કે પેલિન્ડ્રોમનો મિનિંગ આવો થાય તો એ સટાસટ એનો કોડ કરી શકે એટલી કેપેસિટી એની પાસે હતી. બટ થ્રુ આઉટ ધી ટેસ્ટ he just tried to figure out what is the meaning of palindrome or permutation of string. So here again, the basic communication skills is required. We must be aware of some basic math terminologies, basic logical terminologies in English. If you have completed your schooling in Gujarati, so obviously it will be difficult for us to identify what is the meaning of this palindrome or permutation of other mathematical operations. So first category is operation on strings. So those who are learning the C or Python, they should try to solve all these problems using C. તમારે ક્લાસમાં ચાલે ત્યારે પણ તમે સરને પૂછી શકો છો કે લેટ અસ સે તમને લૂપ ક્લાસમાં ચાલી જાય, આફ્ટર ધેટ યુ કેન વર્ક ઓન ધીસ. આ દરેકે દરેક જે લિસ્ટમાં મેં ઇન્ક્લુડ કર્યા છે એમાંથી કોઈ નથી કે જે 25 કે 30 લાઇન્સથી વધારે એનું કોડિંગ આઉટપુટ થતું હોય. આ સ્મોલ કોડ્સ જ છે, બટ they will test your logic. The other is operation. You will be asked to find missing number. You will be asked to find the duplicate number in the given series. You will be asked to find the largest, smallest, or second largest, second smallest number, like that. Some questions would be like this. The other important thing, GTU માટે પણ important છે, which is the number sign pattern printing. If you will check the previous GTU papers, then you will find at least one program where you need to get output which look like this given pattern. So obviously there can be infinite number of patterns. They can ask you for any kind of pattern. Let us say 1 છે, 1 ની નીચે 1 2 છે, 1 2 3 છે, 1 2 3 4 છે. It can be anything. But the basic logic behind this programming, pattern printing programming is same. So જો તમે પ્રેક્ટિસ કરી હશે આ લેવલના પ્રોગ્રામ્સ ઉપર, આ લેવલના કોડ્સ ઉપર, then obviously you will able to solve any such kind of problems. Then coordinate geometry kind of questions, you need to identify the problem based on the x and y coordinates, and then you need to solve the problems on that. You will face this kind of questions also. And the other category is operations on numbers and matrices. Let us say calculator. So calculator program, I don't think કે જે લોકો C શીખતા હોય એને first 10 lectures ની અંદર calculator બનાવવાનો program ન આવ્યો હોય એવું નહીં થાય. You will learn this program in your very basic stage, right? So you should learn it properly કે જ્યારે તમારા ક્લાસમાં લેબમાં ચાલે છે. Then you will be asked to find operations on matrices also, addition, subtractions, like that, and some comparatively more complex programs like find powers and roots with some given conditions can be there, right? So these are some of the examples કે જેના પ્રોગ્રામ્સ પૂછાતા હોય છે. એવું મેં માર્ક કર્યું છે, એવું મેં મારા એનાલિસિસમાં પણ ફાઇન્ડ કરેલું છે. સો યુ શુડ સ્ટાર્ટ વિથ ધીસ. એટલીસ્ટ આટલા પ્રોગ્રામ તો આપણે રેડી કરીને જઈએ, પછી આના સિવાયનું કંઈ આવશે તો પ્રોબ્લેમ થાય, પણ આ આવશે તો આપણે એને ઓછા ટાઈમનો યુઝ કરીને એને સોલ્વ કરી શકશું, રાઈટ? સો યુ શુડ સ્ટાર્ટ પ્રેક્ટિસિંગ ઓન ધીસ. સો મેજોરિટી ઓફ ધી કન્ટેન્ટ ઓફ ધીસ ડિસ્કશન was for the IT industry, but it is similarly true for the non-IT coding profiles like VHDL, Embedded C, PLC, AutoCAD, Creo for civil and mechanical engineers. The basic format will remain same for all, right? So with this last quote, I will conclude myself. I will restrict myself over here. The quote says that coders are in a race with the universe to create bigger and better idiot-proof programs, while the universe is trying to create bigger and better idiots. And so far, the universe is winning. We should contribute as a coders to win this race to create bigger and better idiot-proof programs. કારણ કે nature તો હંમેશા ને હંમેશા idiots produce કરે જ રાખવાનું છે. So it is our responsibility as an engineer કે આ idiot-proof systems આપણે તૈયાર કરીએ, right? So with this, I will conclude. Thank you very much to all for listening me patiently. And